Hello, this is Lynn from Matajean's Herbals, and tonight we are going to go live with a Halloween craft. This is going to be a craft it's a decoration for your house if you are decorating for your for the Halloween holiday. This will be for an outside decoration. It is what we are going to make is a Halloween wreath. Now this wreath is something that you can make with your kids. It's going to be a bit messy, but I think it's going to be a bit messy just with me, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to make a wreath with, I am using a straw wreath as a form, and it is, but you can use cardboard. You just want to make sure that it's not something that the birds will eat, because what we're doing is we're going to make this an edible wreath, with the exception of the straw, for the birds after we celebrate Halloween. So you can also do this with for Yule or for Christmas if you use just a little bit of different things. So what we're going to use tonight is peanut butter and popcorn. And I stopped at the store looking around to see if there were some other vegetables or something that I could put on here. And one of the things I thought was baby bok choy would be kind of a cool thing, because you could tie it on and it would look like a ghost with just a little bit of green on the bottom of their white skirt. The grocery store that I went to did not have any baby bok choy. Instead, it had giant bok choy. It was like yay big and would have been way too big for my wreath. Now the wreath I got at Michael's, and it was about $4. So if you go to the Michael's on Everett Mall Way, the wreaths are on aisle 16, not where they send you. They couldn't find them, and so just be aware they're on aisle 16. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the peanut butter, and look at my new, isn't this fun? Can you see that? It's a little owl spatula. So I'm using my little owl spatula, and we are going to take the peanut butter and spread it around the wreath. Now, I've got a towel here, and I've got my apron on, because I'm thinking that it is going to be a mess. Now, the other thing is, this now will be my bird peanut butter, because the straw is coming off as I put it on, and that is going to be, then it's going to go into the peanut butter. So, henceforth, this will be my bird peanut butter. One of the other things that I've done in the Yule time is I'll do the same thing, but I'll use pine cones. And the pine cones have the pinion nuts in there that give the birds some nuts as well. This one that I'm using is crunchy peanut butter, so there's peanut pieces in here that will also be a source of protein for the birds. Now, one of the things that this particular peanut butter is really thick, and so it's spreading a little bit hard. So again, if I probably put this in a pan of hot water, it would melt the peanut butter a little bit and make it a little bit easier to spread. So you may think about that if you're having your kids do this, because if their kids are doing this, then you want to make it, as easy. Set them up for success. Make it as easy as possible. Now the popcorn that I'm using is unsalted. You don't want to add salt. There's a little bit of salt in the peanut butter, and that's okay, but you don't want to add salt to the popcorn as well. That'd be way too much salt for the birds and the squirrels. Now the funny part about that is, the other good reason to not put salt on the popcorn, it is unlikely that you will eat the popcorn because it doesn't taste anywhere near as good without a little bit of salt. And so that's my tip is if you don't want it all eaten, go ahead and make it without the salt. Now this actually could take, if I went around again and went on the top and in the center, it would probably take this whole jar of peanut butter. The other thing is, if you are, depending upon where you're making this, so I'm making it on my dining room table, and I've got a nice Halloween-themed tablecloth on it. I put the wreath on a pipe, on a cookie sheet, so that it would hopefully catch a lot of the mess. And it is catching a lot, but I'm still having some fall over onto the table. Now, if you've got young kids, one of the things that I learned in Girl Scouts as a Girl Scout leader is the best apron for your kids is a garbage bag. If you take the garbage bag and cut out a head and armhole, then anything that they spill, so if you're using paint or you're using glue or peanut butter, you can, it'll go onto the garbage bags. And then you just lift it up and throw it away. So there is, it's easier to keep your kids a little bit cleaner. As we move into the colder weather, sometimes some of the local birds have it a little bit, and the squirrels have it a little bit hard getting food. So putting this in your tree outside or off of the eaves of your front porch, you're going to be helping the birds as well. So this is a fun craft for your kids. It's going to be a great decoration for the outside of your house, and you're feeding the birds. I mean, there's win, win, win. So, alright, I think I'm going to, right now, leave it at this. I may go back a little bit later and put the peanut butter throughout the entire top of the wreath, but I don't know, we'll wait and see. So, you've got the peanut butter down. Now you're going to take handfuls of popcorn and push it into the peanut butter. And actually, let me move the popcorn so you can, now you can only put it basically one popcorn thick, okay? I mean, the popcorn won't stick to the popcorn. It'll only stick to the peanut butter. So it doesn't need as much popcorn as you think. Now this is not microwave popcorn. You can use microwave popcorn, but if you do, make sure to look at it and make sure that it is without salt, and you don't want the butter. So you want just plain popcorn with no special additives to it. Now, if I were doing this for Christmas, what I would probably do is I would get cranberries, the fresh cranberries, and put some cranberries in here as well. I just couldn't think of anything that that looked Halloween-like that would fit on here without being way too big. So what I did do is I bought 2 giant spiders. And so I will put the spiders on it when I'm done, and then I will take the spiders off before I hang it out on the tree. Because you don't want to scare the squirrels. So what are you going to do for Halloween this year? Based on things that I'm hearing from folks, it sounds like there isn't going to be a lot of trick-or-treating. I will be open on Halloween. It's Saturday. And so I will be at my shop, and I will have some treats for trick-or-treating. I think that downtown Everett there are other stores that are going to be doing the same thing. So if you want to take your kids trick-or-treating, or if you want to go trick-or-treating, come to downtown Everett, because we'll be ready for you. Some of the other traditions through the craft is a dumb supper, where you make a dinner and you set a place for your ancestors, and nobody speaks throughout the whole dinner. Now, the reason for that is if you're not speaking, then you're able to listen, and maybe you'll hear words from some of your ancestors. And so that's something that I have done in the past. And the other thing that we do is I generally will have a couple of my kids over, and we'll do a seance. It's a little bit more proactive than the dumb supper, but it is still kind of a little. It's a lot of fun to do things of that nature. All right. So here is the popcorn portion of the wreath. Now, these guys have a suction cup on the bottom, so it would be a great thing to put like on your window or your door or something of that nature. It's not going to help with the popcorn. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually get another scoop of peanut butter. See if that doesn't work. Now see, here's the messy part. Probably should put it where they don't have any popcorn. So we'll put one right here. And we'll put another one a little bit more to the side. There we go. And we'll push that in. All right. And then I've got ribbon. Now when I put that away in the kitchen, I'm going to actually write all over the label bird popcorn so that nobody else comes in and thinks that it's for them. So I have fall leaves on the ribbon, and we're going to go ahead and just put the ribbon around so that it can hang. So let's see, what do we got here? So the ribbon I got on sale probably 3 or 4 years ago for very little money, and then I keep it in my craft room so that I can use it whenever it's appropriate. Now, I made actually way too much popcorn, so what I may end up doing with the rest of that is making some popcorn balls. Something that I haven't done in a long time and would be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to put this around, And I'm going to tie it actually into a knot. There, and it kind of looks like a fake bow because this is wired ribbon. So there we go. Oh, well, we're going to have to do a little bit better with the spiders. So I think maybe what I'll do is go ahead and get some string and just tie the spiders on. But this is your children's craft. It came from a cookbook that was entitled Celebrate Autumn, and is a series of books that celebrate all the different kinds of times of the year. Thank you for watching me make a mess here in my kitchen or in my dining room. And if you have some great decoration ideas, let me know. There's a lot of fun things that we can do. I know I saw another one, a decoration that ended up being a cousin it made out of a tomato cage, which I think would be a whole lot of fun to do as well. So, thank you for joining me. And Wednesday, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but it will again be Halloween centered. So take care of yourself, stay safe, and thanks for joining. Bye-bye.